So, in recent weeks, the White House has taken a more direct approach in calling out Republicans. In some speeches recently, Biden has called MAGA Republicans out by name. In your campaign as well, you have not shied away from calling out Republicans, such as Rand Paul and Mitch McConnell. You said very directly that they are holding Kentucky back. And then in a viral ad that you released, you were wearing a noose around your neck and discussed the legacy of pain endured by many Black Americans today. So, what do you think about this direct approach that Democrats are taking in calling out MAGA Republicans and the state of the Republican Party today? And what is your take on the state of race relations in Kentucky and America more broadly?
Well, in terms of calling out, my approach is always to lift up common bonds and find ways to build together to call in, if you will. But it also requires you to stand in integrity and speak the truth. And so this to me is not about calling out MAGA Republicans. It's about speaking the facts and saying exactly what's at stake. Folks like Rand Paul were stoking the big lie to undermine democracy. That's what they were doing. They are pushing divisions and weaponizing racism and hate for political power. That's what they're doing. And so calling that out is really about saying we can do better, all of us. We have a vested interest as family, regardless of party, to turn course and to stand together and fight for a brighter future, because we're all going to fall off the cliff if we allow this to continue happening. And I see the height of racial tension in a lot of ways. We dealt with the pain spilling out in the streets here in Kentucky after Breonna Taylor was murdered, and we're just now getting a semblance of accountability as officers have been arrested at the federal level and are admitting that they lied in creating the warrant and creating a scenario where they would go to Breonna Taylor's apartment when they knew they had no reason to go there. And we will not be able to fix what we don't face. Rand Paul does not believe that racism exists. But meanwhile, he's best friends with Jim Crow. He wants to make it hard for people to be heard at the ballot box. He doesn't believe in accountability for inequity that is permeated through generations. He thinks that if you are discriminated against or if you're blocked out, that's your problem. Too bad for you. And we cannot afford leaders that don't care about us. So running this campaign focused on love and unity and humanity and our human rights, our agency, is really helping us to build the type of coalition that will transform our country. Because I know Kentucky is a state that's nearly 90% white. And a lot of people will look at me and say, well, Charles, you're a Black man from the hood. How are you going to win in Kentucky? I'm speaking to the issues that people are actually dealing with. And I'm organizing in places that we've taken for granted or given up on. And I do believe that is where not just the Republican Party, but really party politics in general, certainly in Kentucky, has missed the mark in looking past and not speaking to the challenges that people are facing, and lifting up a message that is about delivering real results for regular people. Now, to be clear, Donald Trump spoke to that. He called out that the system is broken, that people are being left behind, but he was exploiting it. He never intended to actually do anything about it. And when I speak to those same challenges, it's not because I'm some wealthy politician from New York with gold toilets. It's because I've lived the struggle. And so people realize that I'm talking what I know about, and they understand that I'm fighting for them because I'm locked arms with them on the front lines. And so that is why this race is so important. And that's why we're going to win it.